Well, we don't know. We already know that's not going to be the solution. But yeah, maybe they should have kept it legal the first time. Actually, you know, I mean, you know, the worst year of alcohol prohibition, 22 police officers died. The worst year of prohibition, 22.
Yeah, and it says something. Alcoholism
that can't be
was
true.
so
What do you mean they
bad
killed
that
22
it
in
did
Chicago?
convince them to pass
When it's
that law.
got gangland?
They killed seven.
That can't be
seven,
true, Gary.
Seven,
That can't be true, Gary.
Seven in Chicago.
Gary, you usually have these facts, you know, with some basis. It's true. There might be more stories, but I'm granting you. But come on, that can't be true. During Prohibition, gangland ended up. They ended up shooting all kinds of people out of machine guns, out of cars.
Go ahead, demonstrate. I'm just saying that's the fallacy. Yeah, that's the fallacy, is that it was all horror.
I'll look it up.
And it was gangbangs everywhere and people dying everywhere. No, none of that shit was happening.
Oh, I can believe that because I know that the FBI invented that top 10 list, you know, and invented making all these bank robbers, which wasn't as big a problem, just for publicity to get money out of the government. But on the other hand, I think the FBI is pretty useful. Yeah,
well, and obviously there was a huge interest in getting alcohol back on the tax, you know, back as a taxable substance, and get all the speakeasies, you know, paying taxes, and so there was a huge interest in getting rid of prohibition.
You know, that's a big misnomer, because it wasn't that easy to speak in there. It was so loud, you could barely hear what anybody said.
Yeah, well, it wasn't about speaking inside, it was about speaking outside the speakeasy.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
The only thing Prohibition did was made the fucking Kennedys rich. That's about it. The fucking government cunt.
Oh, really?
And that's it.
Oh, but what are you bitching about then? So you agree that alcohol should be legal. Oh, but I just want to moralize about it.
It should. I think.
I know you're drunk, you motherfucker. You're such a liar.
That doesn't make it good. I'm not drunk. I don't even fucking drink.
Yeah, it does make it good. You're wrong.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I ain't doing much for you.
I really
Hey, what do you know about the research into alcohol?
I've done this. No, Piero, let me explain something to you, okay? I spent a good, probably a solid 6 months of my life, like 6 months, 8 hours work a day of my life, dealing with alcoholics and trying to explain to them how they're ruining their life and everybody connected to them. So I've wasted 6 months of my life having conversations with alcoholics, and I know it's just no fucking point.
That does sound like a waste.
All right? It's a colossal waste of time in having any conversation with somebody lost in that psychosis. So I'm not going to argue with anybody who's still currently drinking about the merits of drinking. So when you're not drinking, then we can talk about the merits of drinking.
Right.
I mean, it's like, why don't we get up here and defend fucking huffing Glade or sniffing gas or some bullshit like that? It's all the same damn thing.
Well, because there's scientific research into the effects of alcohol, moron. That's why.
Yeah.
Good for your heart. Good for your heart.
It's all negative. It's all negative. Okay? Yeah, dumbass. No, there's nothing good for your heart.
You're wrong.
As soon as you're getting inebriated by the alcohol, it's no longer good for your heart. It's poisoning your cells. So you're losing more brain cells. Yes, it is true, Piero. If it's enough to get you inebriated.
You're wrong.
No, I'm sorry, Piero. If it's enough to get you inebriated, it's doing more brain damage than it is heart benefit.
Well, that's not true. What's actually been found is that it helps your heart in most quantities, and it starts to hurt your liver at 4 drinks a day. So that's the breakout.
I think I was talking about brain cells, fucknut. It's a fucking poison that kills brain cells, shithead.
No, that's what all you Puritans think. Puritans are always like, it kills your brain cells. It makes holes in your brain. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly right. So what's the problem with Dr. Descent's brain, then, if he doesn't drink?
Listen, Mr. fucking retard.
All right, look, I'm not gonna. Let's just stop it, okay? Look, I said I spent 6 months of my life wasting time having conversations with drunks about drinking, so it's a waste of time. So just enjoy your drinking. Blah 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 blah.
I'm drinking coffee again. I'm here to fucking.
I don't care what you're drinking. I don't give a fuck
what you're drinking. Fuck up.
I'm not a. You know, we can just shut the fuck up. Whatever. We know what you were drinking before the coffee.
Another topic, fine. You fail on this one. Let's go to the next one. But it wasn't really your fail. It wasn't really your fail.
Heroin's healthy too. If you ask a heroin addict,
heroin and alcohol are just like each other. That's a good argument there, Mr. Dr. Descent.
Gary, let me ask you this: the 6 months was the entire 6 months worthless?
Well, yeah, the failure was complete, so yeah, I guess that's my definition of a waste of time, when the failure is complete.
Sound like a slacker to fail over 6 months. That could be failed in a week or two.
Yeah, well, 6 months, I'm splitting it up. 4 months on one guy and 2 months on another guy. Well, all right, 1 month and 9 days on the other guy, and then 9 days on the other guy.
Because your bleeding heart compassion that you work so hard to hide, and I'm totally aware of it. I'm going to exploit that at some point. I'm waiting a couple more years, I think.
No, because I like damaged people, and then damaged people, unfortunately, damaged people end up, trying to anesthetize themselves with alcohol. Unfortunately, that's what damaged people do. And so, yeah, I end up being attached to damaged people. They fall off the fucking wagon and turn into fucking lunatics. And it's not even out of sympathy I do anything about it. It's because they become these disgusting leeches that are attempting to suck all the blood out of my body.
Right, but you deny that it's possible that doesn't always happen? I mean, maybe some people self-medicate with wisdom.
That you don't knock on their door with an axe in your hand and say, if you call me one more fucking time, I'm going to split your fucking skull with this fucking axe, and I don't care if I go to prison for the rest of my fucking life, because at least you're going to be dead, you motherfucking piece of shit.
Right, but that wouldn't happen to me. You have bad taste in friends. But the thing is, you and I, Gary, both of us live on the wings of the bell curve. Why should I live by the standards of how things affect everybody else when I'm weird and live on the wings of the bell curve? Why can't I make my life designed for someone that lives in the fucking wings of the bell curve and doesn't have the same...
Why can't I take a shit in anybody's living room? I mean, why can't I?
How have I ever done that? I don't do that.
Don't you have vacuum cleaners?
I don't
Isn't that what vacuum cleaners are for? It's a metaphor, Pierrot. It's a metaphor.
But see, for example,
maybe if you weren't drunk
I
all
throw
the
parties.
Time.
I mean, 90% of the parties I've been to in the last 5 years have been at my house. I'm throwing the party. People don't even have to come. I'm being a host. I'm providing. There's no chance of me being the leech.
No, what you're doing is you're sitting in a dark room, drunk out of your fucking mind, hanging out on the internet, talking shit, trying to sound intelligent.
Let's not argue this. Come on, let's move on.
Oh my God! What the fuck are you doing here?
Exactly, we're all losers, but Pierrot's a bigger loser.
You think that
he's a drunk too. He's a loser that's drunk.
Well, actually, I mean, it depends on how you calculate things. So wait, you think I'm drunk right now? This is drunk.
Well, I think you're either drunk.
You have seen me really drunk. Really drunk. And this is drunk.
You're buzzed.
This is drunk.
You're buzzed. Yes, you're at least buzzed. Okay, there's alcohol in your blood. Yes, if I gave you a breathalyzer, you're not going to get a 0.00.
So your standard is that if there's alcohol in my blood, then I'm drunk.
No, there's alcohol in your brain.
That's what you mean by drunk.
If we can test your brain has still got alcohol in it. Your brain is right now partially asleep, okay? You don't know it.
How do you know I'm not on cocaine? You guys are just make so many assumptions.
Because cocaine makes you more articulate.
Or Valium. Valium.
Well, Valium makes you talk slower. You're not talking slower. You're talking dumber, not slower.
Oh. No, this is the new persona where I call you all idiots.
Yeah, well, it's really cool. I'm gonna love the intro too. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm about